So I didn't actually read any of my notes again before I started this. So all I know is I really desperately need steel, and I was going to send out a bunch of caravans for it. Let's see. We're in summer, so that's good. It's literally like just starting summer. Now, from memory, I think I was moving this thing over and down, and that thing was getting moved down. And this thing's slowly getting moved over. So I'm going to send out all the caravans. I'm still building stuff for anybody that hasn't been here for a little while. So I'm making a secondary pen, which is kind of going to be a bit of a problem because I've got this like area in here. There's not a lot of food in this one, but it's going to be for some of the animals that don't really go out of the base. And what I'm really hoping is that maybe they do a right over here. That way they're not all dying. And I've made a couple of these boxes around the base, you'll notice. And my intention is that I'll have food during winter. That is the intention. Whether or not it happens, that will be another thing. Just because this is a single layer wood, like the insulation is not that strong, so I'm going to need to run these little heaters and stuff like that. Not that you guys can see that well from there. Let's bring it in. Yeah. So I've got all these sun lamps and a couple of heaters, 2 heaters per room. So it should make this warm, which I don't really need these on at the moment. Give me a second. I didn't realize I had them all set on. Hold up. That might be too hot and potentially set them on fire. This area, I had pigs stuck in here for ages. And they couldn't get out because I didn't have a door on it. But yeah, the animal food area is just fucking grotty. And I have all these animals and stuff like that. A lot of these are the ones that don't go out, but I want to take like all the chickens and shit out of here. So maybe they'll help. Who knows? Maybe it'll be right if I just leave like chickens and stuff up in this one. But I think if I move them, it will be better. But I'm going to have to move some of the infrastructure, like, all the egg boxes and stuff like that. So that's going to happen. But yeah, let's get up these caravans. I know that I needed my people to be here to build and construct and stuff, but I realistically need steel because I can finally build turrets. So I want to send out a few. Not touching that. I remember that not being worth it. So I would say, theoretically, I would think that these guys would have more. I am going to run this guy past here, so I'll just do that. It's on like the half day thing. You might be the easiest one to send out to here too. But anyway, it depends. It depends because whatever they carry, I have to send out 2 people. I'm not expecting I'm going to have like great barterers on everybody, unfortunately. Like even if I sent out some of my base people, like only a few of them are good barterers, which is really frustrating. I think I also have to make something too, so I'll just leave chimpanzee for a minute. Let's take you and you. Oh, maybe not. Let's take somebody that has an actual weapon. I want to take at least one person that's got a weapon. Oh, actually, before you do that, let's just add up some animals in here. I do have a few. I just don't have. I don't have a lot because I did get rid of some. But I also want to try to keep some of the pregnant animals here. Preferably would be better. But I can't always win with these things. But I'll send out. That's only 700 or so. I may have to just do this in like a few dozen caravans at a time. See how I go, because I want to send them out with at least about 1,000 capacity. And to do that, like I might have enough. But a lot of these are pregnant too. So maybe I won't have enough. I may have to just send out perpetual caravan loops. That's going to be interesting. Okay, let's get rid of all the drugs out of my base because I don't really want that. And I might just select an extra person or 2. Maybe just one more person. Maybe just send... Who's the other good person? Corpsey, I think, is a good barterer. He can go. I've got a lot of cloth. I have a lot of leathers and stuff like that, which is really great because they're light as. And I really just want to get rid of some stuff. Some of this steel I could probably keep here and maybe repurpose it if I'm lucky. Let's not sell that. Clothes and shit. It's not really worth that much, but if I could get it out of here. I'll take the really shit stuff, because the rest of it they might potentially just wear. Got a good amount of silver still here. You guys should be wearing that. I wish I could identify like how much is too worn for them and stuff sometimes. I have a lot of... I must have brought back some stuff. It's very hard to see in my inventory area back there, just because I've got so much stuff in one space. I got a great amount of wools. That's great. So let's take you out with like all the maximum stuff, because I want to have enough money that you guys can trade for the steel without being too pressed for it. So we'll take that with us. Okay. Send you out. As actually, if I take that one off, I think this might be enough. Just take that. All right. Send that. Oh, wait. No. Go back. I haven't set food. Oh my god. I thought I did because I clicked that, but it doesn't matter. Let's say 3 of that, and you can take 3 extra just in case. We're gonna need like rice and shit like that for the animals. So let's take... It is summer, thank god, so they're not gonna move too slowly. And I don't think it's gonna take them that long to get there and back. I think taking kibble would be worth it. Simple meal, yeah, maybe. Let's take maybe 6 of those. We'll take 30 of these. That will be more than enough. That's 10 each. So no, let's throw the extra 0 on here. Where the fuck's my keyboard? There it is. I've got something covering my keyboard so my microphone can sit up high enough. So yeah, I can't always see my keys. It get a little bit frustrating. Okay, so that should be enough food. That's 24 days of food, and best case scenario, say there and back faster than that. Yeah, I know, some people's diets won't allow it. Okay, so I'm hoping to get there and there, and if I really had to, I'd squeak out more. These guys, what do you buy? So I'm pretty sure you buy wood. Yeah, you do. Alright. So I want to also send out a caravan out this way. But I'm not really expecting too much, honestly, because of where I'm going. So I want to send one here. See. Don't want to take... I at least identified like some of the best snipers with this stuff, so I don't want to take them out of here. I also don't want to take the next best like barterer, so I'll take an Asan and maybe you. You don't have a weapon. I want to take 3 people. Hey, so I'll take Bren and take one more person. Let me take Whale. I mean, she does have a rhino, but she's not going to be able to use it in this, and it would stop the rhinos from like coming in and around battles and stuff for a while, so that'd be good. Also, I've got 8 chicks. Does it specify which ones they are? Interesting. Anyway, I have so many animals, and the worst part is a lot of them are not hauling animals, but I mean, I am hoping to get meat from them. I'll have to check the number of cows that I've got though, because that's getting questionable at this point. I could see it all in here, and I can't really see it on the other screen. Okay, we've got dromedary that I can ride. That'll be good. This will get up a lot faster to about 1,000. Yeah, that's that line. You can ride donkeys and stuff like that. They don't really carry too much stuff, but they'll do. You take an extra 1, and that's about the same as the other caravan at this point. And if I really had to, I could take out a 3rd caravan of the pregnant animals. That would be interesting. You are... Yeah, you're the last one that's not. Alright. So you reckon I'm supposed to take some kibble, huh? Yeah, I could see that. A little bit of kibble. Take... How many did I take of these? I took like 30 last time. Took 6 of these again. I think this trip is a little bit longer for them, but I think they'll be okay. Worst case scenario is I'll barter the rice. Because I do have that. 3. Alright. Icky. Now stuff. This is the only problem is a lot of the stuff is already pre-allocated for. So I know that this isn't and that isn't. I might see if I can take plasteel with me. It is a little bit heavy, but it'd be good enough money for trade, I think. $9 each. I could sell some of that. I'd love to take some of this out and sell it because I don't really need it at the moment. I don't need it for a good long while is what I'm talking about. All these like sandstone beds and stuff, I've got to find where those are. That's right. This is a group that like wood, so we'll take wood with us. I wish I had more of that. I really do. And you guys would accept basic weapons and stuff too. So I'll just throw those in as well. And this is where, even though I've got like good quality clothes and stuff, I would probably be better off just throwing it in. See, most of this hasn't been worn. I will set up some stuff to be made again. Since I'm going to be light on like clothing and leathers and all sorts of stuff. So let's take all this out. I'm pretty sure I bought that flak vest, so I wish they'd use it. You guys can take the silver because I don't think you guys got enough money, realistically. If that is the case, because I haven't got a lot of that stuff for them, I might actually just make them take like a whole fuck ton of rice and stuff because they will buy it. Like even like berries and shit they'll normally buy. It's a little bit lighter. Sells for a little bit more. That could be a better offer. Milk and stuff is even like... Oh, milk's a lot heavier though. We'll take out some berries with us. We'll take like, I don't know, a few thousand berries and see if we can get them to buy it because that would be really beneficial to just get rid of that. I mean, obviously we need food for like food, but at the same time, if we've got, you know, available produce to sell, I'm not going to knock at the fact that they have it on them. Let's see what else. We'll take about 5 grand of this. That'll definitely even out the differences. I probably don't need to take the silver if that's the case, actually. Because they will probably take food. Most traders will take food as an exchange for something. So let's leave the silver behind. You guys can go with that. I'll send out those two that way. I know that it takes ages to get down here to this guy. And what I really want is to kind of visit like the purples and the, you know, all that sort of stuff. My best bet would have been the guys that were coming through here to do like a big round loop and stuff, but that's probably not going to happen. The only way that would happen would be to add a whole shit ton more like to that caravan of like animals and stuff, but I don't have sufficient food for that travel. Let's see. The only other thing I could do is send a caravan straight down here. I could send the pregnant animals one that might be heavy enough to take stuff. I might as well, because best case scenario is I can merge them. And that way I can split them off when I need to. So, I guess you 3. I don't think you can, like, forage for anything. So, if they go down, they're kind of fucked. But we should be okay. Let's not take, like, the foals and stuff. I'll take the pregnant animals out. I don't enjoy taking them out because they are slower. And as soon as they calf, they slow right down. But at the same time, it is an extra ability to like carry. So if they do happen to pop out a couple like this several days away, if one of these are like within the next few days, that would be great. 4 days was the lowest I've seen so far. Yeah, 4. Okay, if a couple come out in 4 days, that will happen probably by maybe the time they arrive. They're also not carrying a lot, so maybe it's worth just taking the fucking foals and stuff with them. Will allow some abundance in the pen to happen since they'll be all out. All right, this one's going to get huge on its way back, so I don't want to take any of that. And we're going to need some survival meals for my people. So what was it? 300 of that. It's going to be a much longer trip for them. So I probably want like a good 30 odd of these, about 10 days of food. Well, 1 meal a day kind of thing, but let's see. That is, let's not take from that stack again. Let's take, there's almost enough for another 5,000 off this stack. And I didn't take quite the full amount of everything, so I could probably take like 500 or so. 150 off this one. It's going to limit the amount of food that I've got available at the moment, though, quite a lot. Let's take 4,000 off this stack. I think that should be right. They'll give them plenty of food. And yeah, so there's not much in here that they could take, but they can definitely take the silver. So I'll have that and silver, which isn't really much for bartering. If I try to make them take any of these, which are pretty much already like pre-allocated, they'll stuff around like not leaving and whatever. I'd love to take like just like sandstone blocks or something like that, but they're very heavy and not worth a lot. It's not really great to take. What I might end up doing, I don't think the ones that I'm going to take wood. It's unfortunate. And I'm seeing that like I have a lot of like clubs and stuff that are all in like that kind of gear. I don't want to lose any of my guns. Yeah, I'm not going to have a huge amount to barter with this group. They've got the silver. They can't take any of the wools and stuff like that. So it's going to come down to probably bartering food, isn't it? Let's see if I can take like a bit more of that. And yeah, I was taking 3,000 of that. Probably take 400. Again, you could take like 700 of that. I don't want to take like everything, but I'm going to have to take what I can in foods to try to sell. And just hope that I end up with enough to get some steel from at least one of these places. Yeah, go for it. I think that's going down to this one. And if that happens, that's kind of the better case scenario because this one should have a lot of gear. But we'll see how that goes. Okay, let's just save that as caravans. Sweet. Okay, so they should honestly start doing that. They'll be fine. I still need to move some of this shit over. Really frustrating because I need somebody that will actually like sit here and do construction and stuff. Yeah, clothing and whatever. I'm gonna change this. Normally I try to keep a stockpile of, say, 20 of stuff. However, I'm gonna take this down because the whole idea is when it's at 20s, if they run out of it, they'll just make it and it will bring it up to kind of speed. It would be close to the amount that I need for any caravan and stuff. But since I don't have that, let's see, burn weapons and stuff like that. Can I choose it not to be like a specific metal? Kind of can't, can I? What about this thing? You don't do that kind of stuff. I need the smelter, which has research and stuff going. I guess nobody's researching at the moment, but that is the one that we're on. But we got the machining table, and I think this one does give us like the comms console and stuff. So I mean, all in all, that would be great to get. But what was I going for here? Going for, I thought it was deep drilling I was looking for, but that's only going to be like close by. Long range mineral scanner is I think what I was looking for. Yeah, probably. Either way, that's going to open up all those, so I'll be able to like research them all out and stuff like that. But yeah. Hey, good morning, Ruffles. Ruffle Chips. About to send out a couple of caravans, and they look like they're almost ready to go. All the way down here. All right, that's where they're leaving from. Yeah, so I'm trying to get steel, which is really frustrating because I only have like so many people and so much stuff to sell at the moment. And unfortunately, I'm going to be selling like a whole heap of my food to be able to get it and stuff, which is really frustrating. Oh, man, I'm going to have to move all this stuff over too, aren't I? Let's get some floors up. Remove some floors. I know I just put them down, but they're going to have to move. I think I've already removed these ones. I was making it all fancy and stuff, and it doesn't kind of count now because I've got to remove them. Gee, fuck it. Just remove all the floors there. It's going to take a little bit of effort, but it'll be fine. This one's the one that's already so much more done. I think I got to move it down this way and over by one because that's not right yet, but I'm going to move this shit once this one's fixed up. So I somehow built it over by one. It needs to move over this way. You guys all having your recreational time. I need just to kind of like do stuff. Oh, you weren't going out. You were just hitching them here. Yeah, I didn't really make any hitching spots. So that's not really convenient. You guys are a special kind of, yeah, annoying. Anyway, they'll build stuff. That's right. I was going to tell people to fucking cut down some trees. So that way I had wood to sell. Because a lot of the more primitive places will accept wood. And I know I have so much wood on this place. Itchy ear. There we go. If I get some wood out of this area too, it should allow like more grasses and stuff to hopefully grow. I'm hoping. I don't think I've got any trees. Oh, I do have a few trees. Let's get rid of them. There we go. I didn't think I had any up here, but I do. I obviously have a few areas set to harvest wood. They'll do it. Look, if they do it, they do it. If they don't, whatever. But if they do, all the little places like this accept wood, and I could sell wood in exchange for steel so easily. Whereas these places, I don't think they don't greatly. Oh, they do accept wood. I just don't usually like sell it to them. They accept wood. What about this place? Do you guys accept it? You do. Alright. Things this trader will buy restocked since your last visit. Oh, okay, so it actually tells you if it's restocked. Wow, I've never seen that. Mind you, it's been a while since I went out. Since we went looking for that spine. Yeah, they all look like they're restocked. I think the last place I went to was here. So that should be fine. If they all take wood and stuff, that'd be great. Because my only problem is if I go down here, like I'm going to have to probably send a separate caravan to this place. These are kind of not convenient because if I come back through here, I will get attacked. I don't really feel like attacking them. I know that you can get rid of settlements by attacking them and you remove them from that pathway and stuff like that, but I just haven't done that. Also going to need to move these egg boxes and stuff. But I'm just going to build them fresh new because I know exactly what these people are like with doing anything. Also, that's a fuck ton of eggs. I want to put all the chickens and shit down here. This will just give them an area where at least my people can bring stuff back to them. Let's not make it that many dents. Let's make that. I was going to potentially let them in here, but I actually thought about building in a space here since they can't make any like food there, so it would make sense to close it in. Because if we look at this, yeah, I wouldn't be losing much if I boxed it in incorrectly. Like if I take a box, zone. Give me this. I want to make sure I don't overstep it too far. Structures and stuff. I don't want to take it that they can't get the most out of this area. So if I took that to that wall and made it a connecting one, like I'd only lose out by like these couple of squares here, by like 4 squares. That's not too bad. That would give them an undercover area. I could extend it out further. There's not much point in that. So let's take that off there. So what I'm thinking is throw some animal flaps on this. And yeah, that can immediately just like... I could probably also put like a little vent here or something. Allow the warmth to come and go into the room. I just don't know how well that would work. But let's see, floors. I don't think I'm growing hay yet. Well, then we'll find out. Slap that in there, and then we'll make this a food zone. Not quite to that extent. I don't want it in the doorways for them. Also, I'm actually going to need an actual doorway for my people. So that'll help. But come on, let me click on the actual area. This storage, let's clear all. You can have some vegetarian stuff in the area. That'll be fine. And yeah, okay. So all I'm thinking is, because where is it? Up here. Although this is much, much smaller. I could probably make the other one smaller than that. I had an air conditioner and stuff on it to climatize this to keep all the stuff good. The funny thing is the animals go through the door anyway, so it doesn't really matter if there's a flap on it. Like, I have rarely seen them go through this damn flap versus the door. Alright, well anyway, I could probably make that smaller if that is the case. I know you guys are on the ball with this. You always are. Holy shit, look at the stuff already getting made. Okay, let's take it down by a bit. I sort of do want them to move around it and stuff. Let's see. Let us get rid of this. And, oh my god, you guys already fucking built it. Of course you have. Of course you have. Let's get rid of that. And that can go. The straw mat there can go. Get yourself some structure on here. Well, calm down with the straw matting, hey? I only need it to go so far. Even then. Probably there. And you guys are going to have to remove some of this floor. So that's fine. And that'll probably be fine, but remove that and that. Cool. Yeah, that's not quite right, is it? Slap yours there and there. Cancel that, cancel that. You'll get there eventually. I want you to remove floor. Yep. Alright, so that... Now that was actually in the right spot, eh? So I don't actually want that there to go. Alright. I will keep it separate to the other one. I know it kind of wastes it a little bit. Wastes it by having the double wall. I should just bring it in by the extra one. Won't really matter too much. That way they're not touching, you know. Hey. I didn't say cancel that. I said swap over the thingy. There. Alright. Well, if that's the case, the extra door isn't needed. And you guys can put in some animal flaps up here and here. Allow the animals to come and go, and we're going to slap in a air conditioner in here. You can get power from there, so they'll definitely do it. You can still reach it from there. Yeah, alright. Well, we'll pop it down in the corner and see how it goes. Because it's going to take up even less of the space that it was before, so we're bringing it down by the one. I think it's only missing this spot here, then. Which isn't too bad. It at least gives them some area. And if I put a cover over this, if I put, say, build a roof between here, right, and I was to put, say, I don't know, some egg boxes and shit along there, I'd probably find that they would be full. I like just putting these around fucking wherever because they don't always just take them to the corner of the thing. I do want that little bit there to get removed. Remove that, please. And just put more straw along this part here. So quick to put the straw matting down and the food in the area. I haven't even like closed in the area at all, you know? Can you can't do cutting. I was really hopeful. Maybe he can. Nitro's going to hide in his room. And that's unfortunate because he is going on a caravan. Figure if I get this guy to cut a tree down, maybe they'll start building it. And she's in a daze. Lincoln, mate, you're a great builder, but you could be, like, doing other stuff. Doesn't matter too much. At least they've got somewhere here they can do stuff. What else do I need for here? Again, they're making this dirty.